There's a designer I think about often. Her name is Ann Lowe. She built a 4-decade career designing couture for the upper echelons of American society at a time when the country itself was still legally segregated. Debutees, heiresses, socialites, women whose names were printed in society pages and etched into legacy. She designed Jacqueline Bouvier's wedding dress when she married John F. Kennedy. Yeah, that dress. She also designed the gown Olivier de Havilland wore when she won her Academy Award for To Each His Own. Imagine that. The most visible stage in American cinema, and yet the label inside that dress didn't say Ann Lowe. It was replaced with one that read Sonia Rosenberg. That isn't some small detail. That's structural erasure. Her garments were sold in stores like Neiman Marcus, Saks Fifth Avenue, Henri Bendel. Her craftsmanship was couture level, hand applique florals, architectural silhouettes, technical brilliance. She operated at the highest tier of fashion, and still, her name was often removed from the narrative. This is what authorship really means. Not just creation, but credit. Not just talent, but attribution. Not just proximity to power, but ownership of power. We live in systems that are very comfortable consuming labor while obscuring its sources. Sociologically, authorship determines who enters the archive, who is remembered, who is cited, and who is treated as infrastructure rather than originator. Ann Lowe was often treated as infrastructure. Brilliant, invisible. And here's what I love about her. She loved fashion, so much that she once said that her second husband left her because he wanted a traditional wife, not someone who jumped out of bed in the morning to sketch pretty dresses. She's my kind of girl, obsessed, devoted, fully claimed by her craft. There's something radical about that level of devotion, especially for a Black woman in mid-century America whose excellence was constantly extracted but rarely amplified. She didn't stop. She continued, designing despite bankruptcies, despite underpayments, despite being positioned behind the curtains of history. And this is where it becomes personal. Because erasure isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it looks like your idea being adopted without your name attached. Sometimes it looks like being praised privately but not publicly. Sometimes it looks like being central to the outcome but peripheral to the credit. Ann Lowe reminds us that talent alone does not secure legacy. Authorship does. So sign your work, document your contributions, speak your name in rooms that benefit from your silence. Because beauty can be borrowed, labor can be exploited, but authorship, when asserted, reshapes history, and power eventually has to reckon with what refuses to disappear.